We'd like to welcome everybody back. Episode 25 of the Division Podcast. What's the deal? We got 25. A full house.
25,
man. And we got a full house up in here.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves. Let the people know.
Fair, baby.
And you got Mr. Taylor, the Kobe fan.
The
yes,
Kobe
sir.
fan.
Yes, sir.
The Kobe fan.
Kobe,
man.
baby, Kobe. And we got Reggie F, baby.
And I'm Ryan G, your moderator, downtown Lafayette, AOC Studios. We're back in here again. We have a lot to cover. We got Super Bowl coming up, NBA. We have Australian Open, golf. We have a lot to cover. But we got to get into some somber news. This is the first time we ever came onto the podcast and had some news like this that came up. It was shocking to everybody on Sunday, and it still doesn't seem right to me. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Shout out to the mama, man.
This
mama.
It still don't sit well with me. I just waiting to say like this wasn't real.
Kobe was in.
I was in denial for a while.
Yeah, it's just like,
I've been in denial for a little while.
It was Sunday. He was in a chopper accident with his daughter, flying to the Mamba facility for a basketball game that they had, and he and his daughter and 7 other victims, who I want to make sure that we give them some time to. It was Kobe. It was his daughter Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli, Elisa Altobelli, and Kelly Altobelli. They were family, mother and father. He was a college baseball coach, I believe.
He was real good, too.
Christina Mauser, she was one of the assistant coaches that was helping to coach the girls' team with Kobe Bryant. Peyton Chester and Sarah Chester, a mother and a daughter. And Azra Zobayan.
The pilot.
So they all passed away, perished in a gruesome, horrifying accident.
Yeah,
and
just something you just never expect, man.
Shout out to the families. Shout out to the families.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, man.
Everybody, man. Yes.
So let's get into it, y'all.
That's
Where were
tough.
y'all when y'all heard everything? What's y'all feelings about it, man? Let's just go ahead and just get it off our chest, man.
Man, I was getting ready to go watch the Pro Bowl at my brother's house.
Mm-hmm.
My wife told me, KATC just said Kobe Bryant died. Dude, like, I immediately thought like social media did a hoax.
Yeah,
that was my first thing. Like
me too.
I was like, don't believe social media. That's
I was
the first
texting
thing
y'all
I
the fake
did, bro.
news.
Yeah,
I was texting y'all
that's
fake
the first
news.
thing
I
I
saw
registered,
it.
like, cause dude, and I started getting a couple calls. Then I call y'all, and just like all of just sources just start popping up, and I'm like, dude, this really might actually be something we gotta stomach. Like, I'm like stand still, bro. Stand still.
Yep, I was. It was that Sunday morning. I had plans to change my alternator. My daddy came down. Appreciate y'all coming down with my daddy. Love y'all. And we spent from about 9:30 to about 1 o'clock doing that. I get to my phone. I got about 20 messages. Everybody know I'm a long time Laker.
Oh yeah,
I watch Kobe. I come up through school with Kobe, and everybody know me for being a Laker fan and a Kobe fan. So I've been having people checking on me. So I get to the phone and I don't see anything on TV. First thing I do after I get the message, I start flipping through TV. Wasn't nothing across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
It was just something told me to flip and check CNN. I checked the CNN, and they got a plane in the mountain smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So a helicopter in the mountain smoking, and that's when it kind of hit me where this might be
real.
Something real. It said California at the bottom, and they had the reporters on the scene, and I go, and then the alert started popping up on my phone, and some validity started to pop in on some of the people that was reporting it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
And and then you gotta start kind of trying to swallow it, and then you get the first thing to me was wondering who I was on the helicopter, and I found out his daughter was on there, and it really kind of touched me in a way. I got a 13-year-old daughter, and I love to death, and I just couldn't even imagine being in that chopper with her.
I mean, just in your kids, just in your kids.
Man.
It
was a tough day though.
Yeah, it was.
The world stood still.
Sunday morning, I was on my way to the store, to the grocery store, and I got a text from my brother saying, Kobe had died in a crash, and I was like, nah, man. I said I'll call you back. I said, well, I told him I'll text you back. I said, let me go do some research or whatever.
Yeah.
And man, I went and started looking at it, and even right now, whenever I see his picture at the Staples Center, you know, with him and Guyana, it's like we supposed to be doing this for the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm like you know, I've been a fan of Kobe, you know, when Kobe got into the league, and you know, I watched him go from a young little boy, you know,
17,
He was a kid.
he was a
man.
kid.
Man. He was a kid, man.
He couldn't even drive himself to practice his first year.
He was mature beyond his years now.
He was, but as far as the
age-wise
age wise,
and-
Jerry West's son had to bring him to practice whenever he was a rookie. You know, he couldn't. He didn't have a license to drive.
Yeah.
And then to grow to what he has become now at 41, you know, the Black Mamba, like, I mean, and look, he's supporting LSU right there. You know what I mean? LSU Tigers right there. And you know, just, I mean, we lost a legend. And normally we usually see him get a little older, get inducted into the Hall of Fame. They get to live out their retirement and get to, you know, help coach and mentor other players. And the mind that he had and the game that he had, the stuff he could have teach people, because, you know, looking at ESPN, Kobe touched everybody from every sport in
all
soccer,
over the globe.
soccer. They did you know,
They had
contributes to him.
The women's college,
The women's college,
the women's the golf. I see Justin Thomas.
Everything, man.
He engraved the mama mentality on his clubs for the Waste Open that's coming up.
yeah,
this week.
and also Djokovic. You know, say him and Kobe had a 10+ year relationship, and you know, even he was talking about how much Kobe meant to him. He got choked up at the Australian Open talking about him after a victory. And my thing is at the end of the day, I believe that what this is gonna do, this is gonna change the attitudes of a whole lot of people. You know, not just playing sports, people that's working or whatever. You know, because that mentality that he had,
Yep.
that Mamba mentality, is gonna be adapted by a lot of people. You know, he done left that. You can go watch that and see that. You know, and it's sad, man.
And for the people that don't really follow Kobe, and you know, you heard of him and you saw him play a little basketball, it really was a really genuinely good guy.
Yeah,
I
off
mean,
the court
they
was
had people
amazing
that
to me.
that say he come across as arrogant, and after listening to all the people, the reactions around the world, he had his way.
Yeah.
And there was a little arrogance.
But he's
in
a competitor, though, bro.
If he said something to you and it came across as arrogant, that means he thought you could be better.
Yeah, it's a
Well, let me
competitor.
hop
And
in
it was
there
all
real
about
Competitive
making you
spirit.
better.
Yeah.
Well, let me hop
But-
in there
but
real
look,
quick. I'm gonna hop in there real quick because everybody got. I didn't
Yeah.
say. Sunday, coming back home, was on the road, got back, thought it was fake news or whatnot, like everybody else thinking
Yep.
it was fake news. Called Mr. Whalen on the phone. He's telling me that it's fake
That's
news.
right.
So I'm hoping in my head that it's fake news. You know what I'm saying? And then come to find out that it was him. Then come to find out that it was his daughter. Then come to find out there were other victims.
I know.
And there's all kind of videos out there and whatnot on exactly what happened. Some people saw videos of the chopper. I didn't really want to see it. It's just a horrible thing that happened, and it makes you question a lot of things, but some things you just can't question. If it's your time, it's your
Yeah,
time.
you can't, yeah.
And I rooted against Kobe every time he played. Waylon, you know, because that's how me and you met, watching the Celtics and the Lakers finals. You know what I'm saying? And just to see him go out like that, I always had respect for him. Loved to cheer against him, but I always had respect for the man.
That's right.
He worked hard. He was motivated. He was a leader. And it's just gone too soon. In his second career, he went and won an Oscar. And he was on to bigger and better things. And it's just, we never going to get to see that full potential in his second life. So for that, man.
He poured
that's sad,
everything
man.
he had into the game and our entertainment, and a lot of this generation right now, they grew up on Kobe. I mean, you know, we saw
Yeah, that's their
Jordan
yeah,
early,
that's their.
but
That's
I mean,
Jordan.
just a good guy, and somebody that was really spreading the, expanding the game of basketball for the women.
Yeah.
You know, he had the Mamba Academy for the young girls.
Yeah.
He supported the WNBA. He just came out and endorsed a few girls that said they can play in the NBA.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yep,
You
like
know,
five
Yeah.
of them. Like
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Five-time.
and the five that he named with Della Dunn and Taurasi
Taurasi.
and Maya Moore, I believe
Yeah.
they can play in the NBA too with some
Yeah.
of the cats that play in there.
Yeah.
5-time
And-
NBA champion, 2-time MVP, one-time NBA MVP, two-time Olympic gold medalist, 18-time All-Star, and an Oscar for Best Animated Short Film. Y'all
That's
go
right.
ahead. I just wanted to read that for
And
everybody.
you know what? Going back to what you said about the arrogant. That's whenever he was younger. That's one thing that I was kind of upset. You know, how he would handle some situations. Okay, but whenever you look back at it now, and I watch this podcast show with him, he admitted that whenever he first came into the league and he was arrogant.
Yeah, 'cause-
I mean,
'cause he
he's
knew he was working
17 years
hard.
old
Yeah, I'm
into
in
the
the league,
NBA.
I'm with everybody.
But he was
so-
working hard though.
Yeah.
He said he admitted he was arrogant. He said, but you know, as he got older, he realized, you know, that he
it don't
could have
work for
just
everybody.
and he could have lead by example.
Yeah.
Now, if he did tell you anything on the court, you know, about like what you said, how you're not working hard or whatever
That's
like
right.
that, that's just a real competitive
And
person.
that's it. And
You
I mean,
know?
you know, and that's what they all said. That I mean, if he own you and he give you some tough love, it's really something that can make you better as a person or as a ball player or whatever it is. But I mean, Kobe averaged 25.5 points for his career, 5.2 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and 1.4 steals. He made the defensive first team, all defensive first team 9 times in his career, second team 3 times. So as gifted as he was on the offensive end, and we all know that, the competitive person that he was made him give just that much effort on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
And
You know-
he took pride in picking up Allen Iverson when he was going off or going hand checking Dirk Nowitzki when he rolling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just something to say for somebody that can lead by example.
Only player that got two numbers retired.
Yep.
You know, just as much as I appreciate him and his game and everything he did to the league, I also appreciate and was really loving what he was doing outside of basketball, you know, and even down to with his girls and talking about, you know, he would walk up to some of his friends and it'd be like, Kobe, man, you need to have a boy so that, you know, it could keep your legacy going. And then he said Guyana would tell them, nah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take care of that.
The girl was really good.
And he never told her to do that. You know, that's that Mamba mentality she had in her. And, you know, it's just sad that you're not even gonna get a chance to see her go. She wanted to go to UConn, you know, in the next few years once she graduate, and you're not gonna get a chance to see that. And that would have been nice to see the female Kobe on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What y'all think about them changing the logo? Because Jerry West said he doesn't want to be the logo anymore. And people signed a petition. I believe it's 3 million people signed a
Yeah,
petition to
I heard
change
about it.
the logo to where
I
it's
wouldn't mind
Kobe's.
I heard him. I heard
Silhouette in
LA
there.
thinking about changing the Staples Center.
Yeah.
I would change the name on the court. Name it Kobe Bryant Court.
They talking about
yeah.
the whole Staples Center, Cube, everybody with it. Everybody in LA with it.
To name the
State rename the Staples Center.
I
Kobe,
wouldn't mind.
the Kobe,
The Kobe Bryant
wouldn't
Arena or
mind.
something.
wouldn't mind.
Whatever it
I wouldn't
is, I
mind.
don't
Kobe
know.
Bryant Staples
I
Center.
wouldn't mind it at all.
I mean, the guy put a lot into the sport. He put a lot into the community, and he did a lot of good. And I mean, we lost a real one.
He
that
did
day.
a whole lot in 41 years. I tell you that much.
Yep.
This picture right here for our audio audience, that's just Philadelphia showing love. They all came out in 24 and 8 jerseys, and they brought out his high school jersey or whatnot. And we've been seeing stuff like this go on all over the NBA where they're taking the 24-second violation and then they're taking the 8-second violation. And the NBA, yeah, it's competitive, and we could talk about all our players and hate on each other when it comes to that, but there really are a brotherhood, because when this happened, you could see the emotion on everybody's face, and for them to even come up with the idea we're going to take a 24-second violation, 8-second violation,
Yeah.
that just shows how much loved and revered he was.
Yeah.
And
So,
look,
bruh.
I just want to say something else. Going back to the crash, I watched some drone footage on it, and what they saying is right now they still don't have no answers. It's probably gonna be another year before or something like that before they have it, because they didn't have any black boxes in the helicopter to aid the investigators. Also,
All the simulations look like they got lost in the clouds
Yeah.
and run into the
When
run into
they
the
was
mountain.
going in circles for a
Well,
while trying to get a signal to let them know to go.
Well, what happened was whenever they was flying up there, they was actually ready to go and land, but the controller, whatever the guy is, he said that they had a couple other planes they needed to land that's been there for the longest.
They can't go in that radius.
So I'm thinking that, it's just my guess, hypothesis, but I feel like through those clouds, I think they hit the mountain. I think they hit the side of a mountain or something and went down because they was talking to him for a while, and then after that they couldn't talk to him no more. He wasn't responding.
Yeah.
They say the clouds were at like 2,100 feet, but the mountains over
Was
there at like
taller.
2,800.
Exactly.
So
And when you fly in the
lot of-
clouds, I forgot what they call it. Maybe it's skew flying or something like that. Whenever you're flying through the fog, you're not supposed to make turns and stuff like that. You have to stay on that road.
Yeah,
You have to
'cause-
stay on that flight pad.
it's just
The Mamba, man.
Rest in peace,
R.I.P.
man. Rest in
81
peace.
points in the game.
Rest in peace,
63
Kobe Bryant.
points in 3 quarters.
Prayers
Black
go out
Mamba.
to his wife,
Yeah,
his
his wife
kids
and
that he left
Vanessa.
behind, because I know it's gonna be hard
They
for
gonna
her.
need the strength.
She lost her husband
man.
and a child, and
She have
prayers,
an empty bed and an empty room right now.
prayers to all the rest of the families that lost children. You got maybe 4 or 5 families that's all messed up over
And
this one.
and
So
prayer
prayers go
goes out to
man.
all the other families that lost, because that was some horrible stories on the other side too.
man. One-
Yep.
With all the
they
other
left
people,
the mama,
Yeah,
daddy,
well,
and
the mama, the daddy,
sister,
and the
man.
sister died, and then one other guy, his wife and his daughter died. I mean,
And that guy, that baseball coach, he touched a lot of people because he
Yeah.
been coaching that program
Yeah,
for a long
yeah,
time.
I think
I
they
seen
won
that.
like
They a
4
powerhouse.
championships.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse.
Yeah, they
program.
won like 4 championships.
All
So I
right.
mean, it's heard everywhere.
That's right.
All right, fellas. Well, we got to leave it right there. Prayers go out to Kobe Bryant. Still unbelievable, but we got to get into some sports now. NFL Super Bowl is this week, fellas. We're gonna try to liven it up a little bit. Super Bowl,
Super Bowl,
49ers
the
and
end
the
of the
Chiefs.
football season.
We
man.
are
Oh my God.
here.
Yeah, we are.
End
yeah,
of the
we
football
are.
season and nobody in it.
None of us are in it at all.
None of our
cut-
teams,
cut-
we whack.
Nobody in it.
And I'm gonna tell you, even with that Kobe stuff, it just eliminated the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch
I
not
didn't
one
see
play.
nothing about the Pro
I
Bowl.
didn't see
I mean,
one play.
I saw Michael Thomas call the touchdown,
I didn't see that.
but that's before I saw the Kobe stuff start rolling in.
Yeah, once the Kobe stuff happened, I didn't even pay attention to what was going on TV, but that.
Because like I
Just-
got the
just
news
hope-
at like 1:40 something. The Pro Bowl started at 2:00.
I just kept
So I
hoping
was-
that
that
it was
was
a
like-
fake
around the same
story.
time.
Yeah, I
Around
was
the same
like,
time.
Yeah.
Well, let's get some context to this right here, just to get people ready for the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Here's a stat for you: Patrick Mahomes in 2019 and the playoffs. He's passes of 20 plus yards, 13 touchdowns. He's 33 for 70 on passes more than 20 yards. 30 plus yards, 11 for 27, 8 touchdowns. 40 plus yards, he's 3 of 8, 3 touchdowns. Now, the reason why I say that is because the 49er defense has only allowed 2 completions of over 30 yards. So
Okay.
something's gonna break. Something's gonna break. Somebody gonna do something.
Man, defense against a high power offense.
Yeah, that's really this is the
Ru-
Super Bowl everybody wanted to kind of see.
Running game
Not-
against a
not
passing game.
Long as everybody relax and flexible and ready to roll, it's gonna be good. Cause someone might get a little
well, you know
nervous.
the nerves gonna be in there that first
Somebody
quarter.
gonna get a little
Oh
nervous.
yeah.
That first quarter, you can expect a sloppy first quarter.
Yeah.
If Patrick Mahomes win the Super Bowl, he'll be one of 3 players to win an MVP and a Super Bowl within 3 seasons. The only other two were Dan Marino and Kurt Warner.
Dan
As a-
Marino
as
don't
to
have
do
a
it.
Super Bowl. Oh, to make a Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
make a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I
To
was
make
about
a
to
Super
say.
Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you get credit for going there, yeah,
Well,
man.
I got you. I got
Okay,
you.
get
I
credit
got
for
you.
making it, man.
Now, if he wins it, I guess we're gonna knock Marino off the list and it just be him and Kurt Warner.
Yeah, definitely.
Correct.
Now, this is what I got. There's a ranking on ESPN, I believe that is, and they rank every starter that's playing in the Super Bowl. So we're just gonna get y'all takes on this real quick. We ain't gotta stay on this too long.
Okay.
They got the number 1 player out of everybody, out of the 49ers and the Chiefs, is Patrick Mahomes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Second player is George Kittle.
Okay.
Second.
Let's see what else he got.
Third player is Chris Jones.
I don't know. I
Fourth
like
player is
Tyreek
Nick
Hill
Bosa.
in that second
Hey,
They
spot.
got
hold on.
Tyreek at 10.
I like Tyreek in that second spot.
I like Travis Kelce in that second
Oh,
or
okay.
third
They got
spot.
they got defensive players on there too.
Yeah.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
I got
I
you.
like Tyrann Mathieu top 5.
Is out of both
Because
squads.
him,
I like Bosa over Kittle.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just finish reading it for the
Go
audio
ahead,
audience.
go ahead.
2 is Kittle. Number 3 is Chris Jones, the DN from Kansas City. Number 4 is Nick Bosa, the DN from San Fran. Number 5 is Travis Kelce. Number 6 is Mitchell Schwartz. He's an old lineman for the Chiefs. DeForest Buckner is 7 with San Fran. Richard Sherman is number 8. Tyrann Mathieu is number 9 with the Chiefs, and number 10 is Tyreek Hill.
I think Tyrann Mathieu and Richard Sherman should be 5 and 6 because they make a difference on the defense. They're gonna do something on the defense.
I tell you, they still got Bosa over. Bosa them making a difference too.
Put Bosa at 4.
Yeah, Bosa do, but they don't. The Chiefs don't run the ball that much.
That's what they throw the ball.
It don't matter the pass rush.
If they throw that ball, that pass rush.
Bosa gonna be all over.
You're not gonna pass rush the Chiefs, bro.
And Richard Sherman Richard Sherman done been in a couple Super Bowls.
The weapons,
Bosa not gonna get to
the weapons.
Who
I
else
never
they
said that.
And
I
they got Ford.
It's
on the
hard
other
to
side.
rush them
Yeah, they
guys,
got
man.
4 D linemen.
They got Ford and
Hey,
and
I
Bosa on the
understand,
side.
but
They can send forward.
And
They
you know
gotta
Ford
blitz you.
just left from
They ain't got to
Chiefs.
blitz you.
Hey,
They can send
Mahomes
forward.
be throwing that ball. You just said that.
I mean,
Mahomes throw the ball.
The problem gonna be when Mahomes get out the pocket.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I tell you what, he better not
Exactly.
go to Richard
That's what I'm
Sherman's
saying.
side because Richard Sherman already done played in Super
But
Bowl.
I'm gonna tell you
wonder
like
who-
this.
who Richard Sherman gonna
but I
guard?
tell you
He gonna
this:
stay on
Richard
one
Sherman
side?
don't want no part of Tyreek Hill.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
He don't want none of
He
that.
might stay on one side. I don't
that's
think he's
who-
gonna man up.
Not with a bad Achilles.
Ooh,
They gonna leave him on
He
one
better stay
side.
away from Tyreek Hill.
They
How
gonna
bad
leave him on one
Achilles? He still
side.
made the Pro Bowl.
I know that, but
understand
he.
that.
And
I
he had 2
understand
picks
that.
in the last
I'm
game.
talking about
understand
Tyreek
that.
Hill.
Tyreek, they gonna double him.
That's what I'm talking about. He's not ready to just man
But
up
Richard
on
Sherman
Tyreek.
always did play a side. He never was a man-to-man.
But at the
cornerback.
same
one
time,
side
Ryan,
guy.
they're not
Yeah,
gonna
he
always.
never
They're
He
not
ain't
gonna,
no Gilmore.
they're not gonna
he
always
always
double
did
him.
play,
They're not gonna always double him because
Not
San
always.
Francisco
They
like
gonna
to
pick
man
their
up.
spots. They gonna
Hey.
have to pick
They
their
better
spots.
They man
They got
up.
weapons.
They better put somebody over the top.
Yeah, they better because that dude.
That's what I know.
That happens in the flash of an eye, bro. Touchdown.
I'm thinking San Fran.
45 yards,
Because
50
he
yards.
got somebody that can hang it out there and
Oh
throw
yeah.
it,
Oh yeah.
and he go get it.
Whenever I've seen the Super Bowl and you've had a great defense, against a great offense, the great defense always wins. Cause they said the same thing about the greatest show on turf, and the Patriots.
Yeah,
knock
but
them in
that
the
was
mouth.
but that statement was made before they had
The
these
great
high
defense don't
powered
always
offenses.
Man.
When the
Sam.
Giants beat the Patriots,
heard,
they only had
Ryan?
like a 17 ranked defense.
But their D line got the Brady though, and they held the Patriots to 17 points, and them boys
I
averaged 35 the whole
understand,
year.
but the
Hey,
defense wasn't as
dog.
good like
You put
that.
pressure on them boys.
You know what,
man.
Ryan? This is a high powered offense. That statement was made before they saw Patrick Mahomes in his offense.
All I know is that if you hit Patrick Mahomes, eventually he gonna end up doing like the other quarterbacks and hit footsteps. Now, if you
I don't know, bro.
if he clean in the pocket and can't get nowhere, that's one thing. But if San Fran defense play like they've been playing all year, it's gonna be a
Ryan,
problem.
Because
I don't think
I know
Patrick.
that. I know that
I
year
don't
Peyton Manning and the Broncos, they was the highest powered offense, 50 touchdowns, and that Seahawk Legion of Boom
Hit him in the mouth.
went in there
Hit
and
him in
took
the
it
mouth.
from him.
Yeah,
That's
what
they
happened?
did.
What happened the next year? What happened the next year?
But we ain't talking about the next year. We're talking about that.
I'm talking about with the high powered.
Mahomes second year.
No. I'm talking about with Peyton Manning. That high powered offense came back the next year, and what happened?
Peyton Manning that fell off.
He
Peyton Manning,
fell off.
they had benched Peyton Manning in the middle of the season.
What are you talking about? He came back and won a Super Bowl.
He got benched midway through the season. Brock Osweiler starting games. They didn't put Peyton back.
That was
into
the next
end.
season.
Yeah,
They just put
They
Peyton
went
in
to
there.
the Super Bowl,
They
but
put
Peyton
Peyton
wasn't
in
the
there just
reason.
to beat the Pats.
thank you. Peyton wasn't the reason
He
why
didn't
they
do
won
nothing but
that
beat the
game,
Pats.
man.
What we talking about the Super Bowl, right? That's what I just said. He came back the next year and won the Super Bowl. I don't care what happened during the season.
They wasn't
Von
no number
Miller
one
never won
offense
a
when they
Super
made it
Bowl.
there, though.
Oh, not Von Miller won the
That's it. Yeah.
I'm talking about the defense. Didn't he take the ball from Cam Newton and score?
How many points they scored?
Didn't he take the ball from Cam Newton to win the game?
Yeah.
There wasn't no show on
Hey,
Peyton Manning.
I just want to say,
Peyton Manning didn't put on no show.
Mahomes will torch San Francisco.
Matter of
Who's the
fact,
Ryan House?
let's do our official picks right now. Ferg, who you got?
I'm going Kansas City by 8.
Okay, Kansas City by 8. Now the Vegas spread is 1.5, so y'all take that into consideration. Mr. Whalen.
I got the 49ers by a field goal.
Okay.
I mean, with a field goal to win. I mean, it may be win by 1 or 2, but I think they're going to kick a field goal to win.
Okay. Reggie F.
I got Kansas City by 6.
Kansas
Touchdown?
City by 6. Okay.
What you got?
It's just, you know what? Let me comment real quick. My thing is San Francisco offense. they gonna make Garoppolo throw more than 8 passes. He threw 8
That
passes
might hurt
last
him.
game, man.
That's gonna hurt him.
Hey,
in the
man.
Super Bowl.
Hey, man.
I understand your defense good.
I seen a bunch of teams run all over Kansas City this year.
I understand that.
Did y'all
but-
see?
And
I know.
San Francisco probably have
I
the
know.
number one
You know
rushing
who
team.
Kansas City just played last week?
Hey, but I
Well,
tell
I'm
you
sorry,
this.
a week before.
But let me tell you this.
You know who they just played?
Yeah.
They
Derrick
were,
Henry.
And they held that man under 100 yards, bro.
This
One
4 different
dude,
fresh
though.
running backs.
Man, that one dude just beat the Ravens and the Patriots.
They got about 3 of them.
got 3. They can suck. They got 3.
Yeah,
It
and
don't
they-
matter.
Well, they
can
have
stay
2.
fresh.
They have 2 now.
It
They
doesn't
have
matter
2.
if they all
They're
fresh.
gonna try to come back.
If they all fresh coming in the game, it
Bruh,
matters.
fresh or not, Derrick Henry was getting 40 carries and dominating
But they
everybody.
ain't fresh
I'm
after
picking
40
Kansas
carries.
It does, but you know what?
I'm
You ain't
picking
fresh after
Kansas
40
City.
carries.
That's
Kansas
a
City.
different team, man. That's a different team,
I'm
man.
picking Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with Kansas City though.
Like I said, Garoppolo gonna have to throw more than 8 passes.
You
and
think
be
Garoppolo a
productive
bad quarterback?
Garoppolo could
Well,
throw.
he ain't showed me that he a good one.
Fur.
You
He,
think their defense is good?
Fur.
The Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like Tyrann
Yeah.
Matthews.
And you got Chris Jones. That's what's stopping the
Fur.
run.
Fur. Garoppolo.
You know what they ranked in
Garoppolo
stopping
could
the run
pass.
this year?
They just stopped Derrick Henry.
But do you know what they ranked in stopping the run this year?
who?
You know what they ranked stopping the run this year?
27th. or
Yeah,
something,
but it's
huh?
play. What they
That's
did in
what.
the
That's what I try to
Yeah,
tell you. That's why I
27,
say.
Okay, and
I
what,
seen.
what they rank in the playoffs?
You know Chris Jones been playing all year, huh?
Hey, listen,
Okay.
man.
You know,
Hey,
for them boys
okay.
to win the championship game last week, they only needed Garoppolo to throw 8
That's
times.
it.
They
That's
might
the
not
only
even
reason why he threw
need
8
to throw
That's
that.
it.
I understand.
They
that.
might not.
I understand.
they didn't do that. They didn't do that
understand
because that was by design. They were just running all over them. And I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Garoppolo could pass for 300 yards
He
and
can.
3-4 touchdowns.
George Kittle?
Don't think for 1 second.
We'll see.
You
Don't
think,
forget
you think
about
San
Emmanuel
Francisco?
Sanders and George Kittles and some of the weapons they got out
We'll
there.
Yeah,
see.
man.
'Cause
How
I
you-
like Debo Samuel.
How you
We'll see.
think George Kittles and Debo Samuels and
Emmanuel Sanders?
Oh, man, come on, man.
We'll
They've
see.
been shining all
They
year.
just didn't have to
Okay.
throw the ball.
Well, who you going for? Because you picked the Chiefs.
He picked the Chiefs by
I
6.
picked the Chiefs
Okay.
by
That's
a
6,
close
but
game.
but it's still. I'm saying Garoppolo still.
How
could
much
do
you got
what
the
he
Chiefs
do.
by?
I wouldn't.
8.
I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran won. I say it like that. I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran
You
won.
straddling the fence or what?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't be
Oh, you
surprised.
too.
I'm
That's why I'm
picking
asking who
Kansas
you got.
City.
No, he just said he wouldn't be surprised if they
I
won.
wouldn't be surprised.
So then you would be like, I told y'all.
So
No.
who you going for? Who you pick? You never pick. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Who you pick?
I'm picking Kansas City
Bye.
by 10.
Ooh,
I say by 10.
Man, you talking? You
I
can't
say
talk
by 10.
like that, dude.
No, but this the matchup I wanted to see.
So
though.
why
I
wouldn't
wanted
you?
to
Why
see
would
San
you?
Fran
Why would
against
you
the
be
49ers.
surprised? Why wouldn't you be surprised
Yeah,
if they
Because if their defense gets after Mahomes, then
Mm-hmm.
that could slant the whole thing. If he play the way he been playing all season, they can keep him clean.
I just
he
think
pick
Mahomes
him
gonna get
up.
out there trying to do too much and make some mistakes.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
I think it's
I
gonna
don't
be a
think so.
good game, and I think
Yeah.
Garoppolo gonna pass for 200, almost 300 yards.
Oh, no.
I think it's gonna be a good
That's
game too.
That's a bold prediction.
I got it by a field goal.
That's a bold prediction.
Patrick Mahomes gonna throw for almost 300.
And real quick, don't want to forget about these boys. They
No,
gonna
you
be-
can't forget about my boy, man.
They
Shout
won
out
the
my
Pro
boy.
Bowl MVP. You
MVP,
got
man.
Lamar Jackson and Calais Campbell.
Lil Platt in the big giant.
You know what I'm saying? And Lamar's probably gonna go ahead and win the MVP this year.
Ain't no probably.
That's coming up.
Ain't no problem.
The
Give that man his
presumptive
trophy.
MVP. Yeah, go ahead and give it to him.
Ain't no problem.
Who is his name? Kendrick Lamar. Oh no, Lamar Jackson.
Silly. Look how silly. Look how silly.
So we moving on, fellas.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
move
Hey,
on.
look, I just want to say, bro,
the
this
east
year
side.
football was a good year of football. I was in Whalen League
It
for
was
the first
quick.
time.
No,
in
this
fantasy.
year wasn't
Yeah.
a good year in
Shout
football.
out.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I don't want to talk. Look, I'm finna
My
give my
Saints-
shout
my
out.
Saints
I
got
was
robbed
in
again.
Whalen Fantasy League for the first time this year, and I look to be in there for many more years to come. It was fun, bro.
Congrats,
Appreciate
congrats.
that.
Did you win?
I came in second.
He
as a
exceeded
rookie.
expectations.
Yeah, so
It's something to
that
say
was
for
fun.
getting there.
One is
Let's talk about
hey,
this.
what did he say? One is a winner. Two
Whatever,
nobody
man.
remembers.
Whatever. And one more.
Let's take
Shout out the Ravens. Shout out the Saints because they did some dominant things this year. Despite all the mishaps, it's all good. We'll be back
Shout out
next
to
year,
the
better,
Pats.
bigger and better.
Overcoming, overachieving.
And you know
What?
what?
You got to work with.
Fur could say what he want to say, but Saints, it ain't all good. This the third year in a row I didn't have to go through this. It ain't all good.
It's not all good, but it's bittersweet, bro. Because I mean, you gotta enjoy
Ain't,
the ride.
ain't nothing sweet about this. It's all bitter.
Nothing sweet about 13 wins. Okay, next.
No, not if we ain't got a ring on our finger.
So what?
Hold on. So the wins at the end of the day is about the ring, ain't it?
Hey.
You heard him? It's about the ring.
I heard
he said
it.
them wins don't matter. It's about the ring.
I heard it.
Yeah, because
All the
that's
stats
because
that
I've
Drew
been.
Brees broke.
This little part right here.
All of
I've
the
been-
stats that
I've
Drew
been-
Brees broke.
Hey, let me tell you
He's
something.
salty
Let me
right
tell
now.
you something. Let me tell you something.
Shout out,
Let me
Mr.
tell you
Ryan.
something. Don't get it twisted.
Shout out, Mr. Ryan.
13-3 and winning the division.
No, you just
Hey,
said it.
you
Don't
just
go back
said
on
it.
it.
No.
And your brother tried to stop
you putting words in my
Killed the
mouth.
whole
Your brother tried to stop you.
Listen to me, man.
It's on the camera.
I've said that since day one. I said, look,
Wow.
13-3 does
First
mean
said he was
something.
proud
but
of
we
the
ain't won a
team.
championship. And didn't you say it don't matter if you ain't won a championship, you ain't won nothing? That's what I'm referring to.
No.
You don't want to say that.
Don't try to tell me.
Lord, okay.
Don't
we
try to
got
turn
this
that.
on
I don't
video
know about
too.
that,
Whatever.
Reg. I don't know
Whatever.
about that.
He's a
I don't know
slick
Man,
one over
whatever.
there.
about
He's
that.
trying to crawfish.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
about that. It's crawfish season now, Reg.
I'm salty right now.
I'ma give y'all something to cheer for,
I'm
man.
very,
I'ma give
I'm
y'all
very
something to
salty
cheer for.
right now.
Let's
all right?
go.
We done lost again.
We're going to NBA, and I know this is bittersweet for LeBron himself on a personal level, but
Oh, yeah.
he made third on the NBA all-time points leader,
The GOAT,
passing
man.
up Kobe Bryant.
The
So
GOAT, man.
congratulations,
The GOAT.
33-644.
That Kobe stuff touched him. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man.
Just the way all that worked
He
out.
talked to Kobe that morning.
Yeah, the
that
morning,
that
man.
night, and everything.
He talked to Kobe before he got on the plane.
But congratulations, man, because that's a big
Yeah, shout out
accomplishment.
Brown, man.
You
the
know,
GOAT
not-
continues.
Not to get back deep into it, but that's kind of crazy. You talked to him when you got on a plane, and before you landed, you found out he died.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
That's
And LeBron looked like he about to activate the Mamba mentality.
We about to win a championship.
LeBron not gonna
What
change,
really-
man.
what
He not
Anthony
gonna change,
Davis
bro.
about
He
to
don't need
say-
to change.
He
LeBron
said
don't need
he,
to
he
change.
said he finna put the city on his back, man.
Yep.
What
But
really
he-
impressed
already
me,
on the back, man. We number one,
No,
man.
Yeah, but
it's
he
a
about to go
difference.
good, man.
It's
What-
a difference right now, though.
I
Fer.
understand.
He
What-
about to go put that Mamba
You
mentality out there.
You have somebody to play for now, man.
What really impressed
Man,
me
still
was the
though.
night where he broke the record and they came and they was asking him about Kobe and he gave a whole story. It
Yeah, it was
almost
like
sounded
a like 10
eulogy.
minutes.
Like he gave him his flowers right then and there, and
Y'all heard
the
that.
whole story,
It was like 10
5
minutes. It was
And
10 minutes.
and it was great. He broke down everything, and just to say,
He
like,
said when he was 15, Kobe gave him
Yeah.
some shoes at a AAU get or some basketball get together.
and he broke it down
He
in
didn't
depth.
even know he knew who he was.
And then the next day, after the Kobe passing news that came down, they played what he said against a backdrop of Kobe, like highlights and whatnot.
Yeah.
And man, it brought tears to my eyes because
Yep.
everything that he said, like it was heartfelt. And I was like,
Yep.
damn. I said, go ahead on.
And he ain't really
Go ahead
came
on.
out and spoke since this, but I know it's tough.
Well,
Yeah, bro.
and you know what? Like LeBron and Kobe, they wasn't really close like he wanted to be with Kobe over the years. You know, they both had a lot going on. Last year, Kobe didn't go to none of the games in Los Angeles. This year, he went to the game, and when him and LeBron shook hands at that game, from then on, their relationship was so tight and so close that, you know, it had started building to what LeBron had always wanted to be with Kobe because he looked up to Kobe.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just sad that everything
The people-
started going that way.
The people in LA, like, they wasn't even accepting LeBron at first until Kobe come out and, you know, and shut all that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, they was taking his
Like
murals down and all that stuff when they was
Like
when he
you.
come in town.
yeah.
No, it ain't no like
Waylon
you.
was one of the people tearing the mural down.
Well, Kobe done converted me. Let's go, Bron, baby. Let's go.
Oh, come
go.
on, man.
I'm not doing this.
Let's go, baby.
I'm not doing
We
this.
I'ma
back,
say
baby.
this- I'ma say
Hey,
this
first
real
slide
talk,
over
though.
there for lightning
Oh,
strike.
yeah, for real. Let me,
I'm gonna
good
say this
Lord
real
have mercy.
talk though. Not that y'all needed any more motivation, but I could see that right there. That LeBron is really taking that to heart, and I could see like y'all really taking that as motivation and running that.
And guess what?
I don't,
And
hey,
guess what?
I,
I can really
understand
see
that,
that.
but I don't want. I don't
And
want
I don't,
that.
and I
want that.
don't think it's
But
just
ain't nothing
LeBron.
wrong with the fuel for the fire.
I understand.
I don't-
It's a great story.
I
And
It's a
guess
great
what?
story,
I
man.
understand. It's a
We
great
we
story.
talking about LeBron, but you know what? AD about to turn
AD
up
is-
too.
AD was close to
about to
Le-
turn
to
up too
Kobe,
because
too.
him and Kobe was good friends
He
too.
was close to Kobe. That's what
You
everybody.
know what I mean? So
Oh yeah, when AD came in the league, when he didn't even played an NBA game yet, they had him on the USA
With
team
Kobe.
with Kobe, and
With
LeBron,
Kobe
man.
when he was younger.
Showed it.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh, yeah, before you even step court on the
NBA
step foot
court.
on the NBA court, dude.
yeah.
But check it out, y'all. We got some scores from last night. We're gonna run through these real quick.
Let's go, Pels.
We got
Yes,
the Pels
sir.
over the Cleveland
Zion is
Cavaliers,
back and we win.
28-8. You got anything to say on Zion there, Rick?
Man,
Yeah.
I got a whole lot to say, Zion. Thank you for coming back. My fantasy team
All he
is
wrote
dropping
about
down
fantasy
into the
Zion.
playoffs.
Shout out to Zion.
Zion gonna have double doubles, triple doubles. It's just looking beautiful right now, and he's added so much to the team, man. He they made that team to fit around Zion, and once they get him going 100%, it's gonna be hell to deal with him.
Or they gonna get the A spot.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I think so.
I think so too. Because right now they got him on a minutes restriction.
Well, they better stop with that minute stuff because they fighting. They in a little stretch right there with the Spurs, and they could have beat the Spurs.
Yeah, but you know what they've been doing?
All-Star break, they're gonna let him play.
That's a long time.
Look,
that's a long time. That's what I said.
No, Ryan.
They gave away that Spurs game.
It's gonna happen before that because he's actually playing like the last 4 minutes of the game now.
Okay,
like they putting him, they was putting him early. They wasn't putting him in at all. Now the last game I watched, he played the last 4 minutes.
I saw
because he gives him juice, man.
Victor Oladipo come back today too, and Pacers like 2 games out the number 2 seed.
Yeah. I got somebody else on my bench. I'm waiting to come back after the All-Star break too.
Also in the NBA scores, 133-104, the Phoenix Suns beating the Dallas Mavericks. Devin Booker had 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Hey, what's Dallas record up there?
29-18.
Ooh, they're losing a lot of games.
Devin Booker, another one.
Dallas done changed.
Well, Porzingis been hurt for a while.
Man, Luka's supposed to be
back
good.
though.
He better start winning some
Celtics
games.
over the Heat. Celtics.
That was a big game right there.
Gordon Hayward had 29 points, 9 rebounds. The Celtics are 31-15, and the Heat 32-15.
Yeah, the Celtics was hitting at the end.
And once again, you got Joel Embiid. He was wearing the 24 jersey for this game right here. They had the big tribute to Kobe and whatnot.
Big Kobe fan.
Man,
115-104. He had 24 points and 10 rebounds.
Man, that's so crazy. His 24th bucket that he made last night, his 24th point that he made last night, he did a fadeaway shot and he put his hand up. He didn't even know that was his 24 point. He just did a fadeaway and just was doing that for the crowd and put his hand up, and that was his 24th point.
You know, like he said Kobe. Fadeaway. You know he said Kobe when he shot it, huh?
No.
Yeah, he said on the interview after the post game.
Okay.
He said Kobe when he faded away.
They scored 151 points.
Milwaukee Bucks 151-131.
Yep.
What, they went overtime?
Chris Middleton had no. That's a final.
No.
Middleton had 51 points, 10 rebounds.
Defense.
Oh, well, that's how they had 151. Middleton had 51.
But still, though, man.
Hey, I heard
what
the guy, the owner for the Bucks, and Jordan had a little back and forth.
Oh, yeah?
I think the guy for the Bucks said they finna try to beat that record. 73 wins.
But how? They gotta beat the Warriors.
Jordan came back and said they need to focus on winning the championship.
But he's not chasing Jordan.
And the guy came back.
Jordan don't matter no more.
The guy came back after that and said, "Well, we gonna focus on winning the championship and breaking the record."
These are your standards for the NBA firm.
I'm
covering you up for a second.
That's funny. That's funny.
West standings, your top 8. The Lakers still in first, Clippers in second, Utah at third, Denver is in fourth, the Houston Rockets in fifth, Dallas is in the 6th spot, OKC's in the 7th spot, and the 8th spot is the Memphis Grizzlies. And in the East, you got number 1 Milwaukee Bucks. We were just talking about them.
What's their record?
2, they're 41-6.
So they got 6. So they think they ain't gonna win.
So about halfway
games?
through.
No, they not going. Man, they gonna lose more than 3.
I'm like
4
Jordan.
games.
Nah, worry about winning championships.
They gonna lose. He shouldn't have never
But
said
they're not even
that.
chasing Jordan though. They
Yeah,
got chase
that's
the
what he
Warriors.
thought. I know.
But he should. But that coach shouldn't have never said that, man. Because now you're gonna put a lot of pressure on your team.
You don't know.
Miami is number 3.
The owner.
Boston's
the
number
owner.
4. The 76ers are number 5.
You need to
Indy's
sit down
number
in a
6. Orlando's number 7.
Shut up.
And Brooklyn's number 8.
Yeah, it was the owner in Jordan.
Ryan Nets in number 8.
He need to sit in a boot and shut up.
Ryan. Now, what I got
Okay,
for y'all, these are your all-star starters. Tomorrow, they're going to announce the bench for the all-stars, but these are your all-star captains and your all-star starters. I voted.
Yeah, I guess.
I know y'all voted too,
I
right?
voted.
Correct?
Yeah.
I voted.
Yeah, I voted.
I bet that's the only time it feel good to be named off the bench.
Starters. Your captain is Greek Freak, along with Joel Embiid.
They fighting for the bench.
Pascal
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Siakam. That's going to be his first all-star game. Trae Young, his first all-star game. And Kemba Walker, his 4th. These are your starters for the East. And out in the West,
The
I
GOAT,
voted,
baby.
Everyone I voted for made it right here.
The GOAT.
So you got LeBron James, he's the captain, 16-time All-Star. Anthony Davis,
2
7-time
Lakers?
All-Star.
2 Lakers?
James Harden, 8-time All-Star. Kawhi Leonard, 4-time All-Star. And Luka, first time making the All-Star.
LeBron had more All-Star appearances than the whole East.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Man. Okay. If y'all was the East captain, who y'all picking first?
The East?
Yeah,
You
y'all the East
can,
captain.
but you could pick
Reserve
anybody though, right? You don't have to pick out
Yeah.
your conference, right?
You can pick anybody.
Yeah, the East.
So why they still call it East West then?
No, I don't think
Because
so.
the captains is East and the captains is West.
Yeah, but if you can pick
I
anybody,
don't
you gonna
think
pick somebody
so.
from the East to play on the West?
They were still East West whenever they picked them like that.
They just named the team. There was LeBron versus Giannis team.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
They not.
Yeah,
they
but
not.
you- I
They
mean, you
doing that
pick,
again?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
should.
So I
No,
guess
no.
just for these purposes, they calling it East West. But then once they pick, I'm gonna pick my.
Yeah,
squad,
it's just
you
the
pick
league
your
vote
squad.
getters because the conference they play for. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
But I mean, once you
got you.
pick,
I got
Okay,
you.
all right.
who
I
y'all
didn't
would
know
pick in the East? Who y'all first pick?
And Braun and Greek Freak is off the table because they the captain, right?
Yeah.
Who the ca-
Well,
Wait,
well,
you
Greek
you
Freak
talking
picking
about
in the East and Brian pick.
So you
Better.
talking about after the 5 that's picked, who
So
we
who-
got next for the bench?
No,
Like
the
if-
first
like-
pick of the All Star draft, you select somebody.
AD.
So like if I had to pick
You
somebody,
pick AD?
Well, yeah.
I take
LeBron
AD.
picked AD last year. Did he? Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
Ooh,
How about Joe?
I'm going Anthony Davis too.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with AD, man.
I'm not picking AD, man.
I'm gonna pick Joe Doncic.
What, Luca?
Yep,
You going Luca?
Luca.
No, why you not gonna pick AD?
I don't know because they playing with him all year. I like him. I like to play with somebody different. I'd pick.
James Harden,
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pick.
What
Harden.
Russell Westbrook?
I'd pick probably
Trey Young,
I'd pick
Kemba.
Giannis.
but Giannis the captain.
Giannis the
Oh
captain.
damn, yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
Pick.
pick the captain.
Oh.
I wouldn't just say I'm going to
you
AD and let
just
it roll,
made
man.
this up and you ain't even doing it right.
I'm not even following my own rules. Oh man, give me AD
First
then, man.
loss
I
Now
get
you want to
Thank
pick
you,
AD.
First lost at his own game.
it.
Lord.
Man.
All right, man. We're going to hop into a little bit of college basketball right now because we've been
b-ball.
saying we're going to get into it. So we're just going to give y'all the standings. We're going to have more in-depth conversation as the season goes on because March Madness is coming up real soon. I'm going to just run through these real quick. Number 1 is Baylor. Number 2 is Gonzaga. Number 3 is Kansas. Even after that
Brawl.
Yeah, the brawl that they had, whatnot, they're still in the top 5. You got San Diego State number 4. Florida State number 5, Louisville number 6, Dayton is number 7, Villanova is number 8, Duke is number 9, Seton Hall is number 10. And as I'm going through other notable,
Go Tigers.
Kentucky at
Go
number
Tigers.
13,
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
LSU at number 22.
I've been watching them all year.
Auburn is number
They playing
17.
right now?
Yeah.
Michigan State is
it
number 14.
They beat my Gators the other day. Made me mad about
and
2
it
points.
was a close game too.
I know it'll always be a tough, close game with LSU.
It was a close game.
Now, these are some notable games from Monday
They're
night. We
playing
got some
Alabama
notable
right
games
now.
from Monday night and Tuesday night. Monday, number 18, Iowa beat Wisconsin 68-62. Kansas, we were just talking about them. Number 3 in the country, 65-50. They beat Oklahoma State. And if we can get the scores.
Man, they've been having a lot of upsets in college basketball.
LSU up right now against Alabama, 55-43.
Okay.
They
Number
always
9,
had them 12-point leads and lose them though.
number 9, Duke.
They've been winning. They've been
Beat
winning
Pittsburgh
They ain't lost in conference play.
69-67. Butler, they beat Georgetown 69-64, and Auburn beat Ole Miss by a point to hold on to their number 17 spot.
Okay. I need to start watching for my March Madness bracket. I won one last
lately.
year.
Yeah, I've been watching them. That's why I've been watching and get ready. Try to pick a good bracket this
I
year.
told y'all about that Dayton team like early in the season.
Yeah.
I
Oh
thought
man,
they
that
might have
dude,
been an upset team.
That
and they-
dude, nice.
I told y'all.
What's his name?
the light skinned guy, the big tall,
Yeah.
man, he is good.
He
I
nice.
was looking forward to them being an upset team in the tournament, and they ranked number 7 in the country.
I was surprised to see San Diego State fourth.
You'd say they be pretty good every year though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
do.
I usually
I
take
haven't
them
seen
to
them
my
fourth.
Sweet
Yeah.
16.
They've been winning the conference all the time.
Yeah, I usually take them to my Sweet 16, but
We're going to have some more
my
in-depth
Gators
breakdown.
struggling this year, man. My Gators, we lost the other day.
Gators
we
struggling in
we could have beat Baylor. We played Baylor the other day.
Hold on. Are they on the list?
No, we're not on the list.
They ain't on the list. They ain't
Well,
on the
we
list.
don't need to be on the list right now.
I seen Florida State. I just
But
didn't
let me
know-
tell you,
Maybe
we-
it was a typo and they put State by accident.
We probably played the toughest schedule this year, though. We done
Y'all
played
always
everybody.
Play the toughest schedule.
Man, y'all played the toughest schedule in football too.
Way to
That's
say that
right.
for
And
everything.
golf, and archery, tennis,
I know, man.
swimming,
Baseball.
baseball,
Yep.
Water polo.
water polo, hockey.
That's right.
Checkers, chess, badminton.
Florida just get the toughest schedule. The NCAA committee be like, Florida, give them the toughest
They got
schedule.
Well,
the
it's
tough.
just the
The
teams always turn out to be good teams.
Y'all got the toughest hula hoop schedule. I mean, everything is tough.
Man, we got
toughest dart throwing.
It's just the way it always play out. We got Baylor we played the other day, and they number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
Nobody knew Baylor was going to be the number 1 team in the country.
So what's y'all record, Wade?
We like 12-6 or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Y'all
in
just got to make it
basketball.
to the tournament.
We
man.
strive for greatness. We got the Mamba mentality.
Wow.
Kobe would have been done cut y'all off the team then, if that would have been the case.
Wow.
Mama mentality.
Y'all need to get him to make more Gatorade over there for y'all.
Probably drinking too much Gatorade.
Yeah, that's probably the thing.
So where we going now, fellas?
We got a little UFC
Yeah,
announcement.
man. I want to mention Chris Cyborg. We don't have a picture.
Well, that's not
anything,
UFC.
but,
That's Bellator.
Yeah, it's MMA Bellator.
Oh, okay.
Just like a I guess you call like a semi-pro.
Yeah,
UFC,
you can call it
like
that.
under level, like a G League UFC. Chris Cyborg made her debut this past Saturday, and
How she look? I didn't get a
looked
chance
good.
to see the fight.
She defeated the champion.
So she's the champion now?
Yeah.
Okay.
First fight with a knockout, and it was
What round she knock out?
third.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch the fight.
Third, and she beat the girl. The girl's like 17 wins in, like straight. So she ain't lost in like 8 years or something like that. So Chris came in there and looked good, man.
So the third round, so the other girl was fighting her back pretty good, or she was getting beat the whole time.
She got beat. Chris dominated the whole fight. It was
Yeah, I like
it was interesting, man. I mean, it's the Cyborg we used to seeing.
Yeah.
She just came off a loss, and I mean, she going down this Bellator pad. I think she might stick that way.
I mean, she might as well because she opened her mouth and then Dana White punished her, and
Yeah,
I think that he was a little too excessive. But she said what she
that's it,
runs
though.
her mouth. You know what I mean? And
ain't nothing wrong with that.
but she went and got paid. So shout out to Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg, man. I was real excited and happy to see her back in the win column,
That's what's
especially in
up.
that fashion.
All right, so what we gonna do?
Tennis.
Switch over
They
to the
got-
Australian
They
Open.
got the Australian Open.
Yeah, we got the Australian Open. Go ahead, Willen.
They got the men's side. I don't know if we all the way down. I don't know who been watching, but we down to the semifinal rounds.
Man, this is a rematch of last year, right? With Roger Federer and Djokovic.
In the semis?
Didn't they do that 5-hour match last year that we
Yeah,
watched?
they always meet up in different tournaments, but I think that last one was that the championship round or was that the semis? I think that was the championship.
I think that was the championship.
I
That
think
was the
that was
championship,
the
I think.
championship.
But this
that
was
we
the
watched.
semis right here, and they playing tonight. Just for everybody that it's gonna be a lot of people staying up to watch this. It's in Australia, so
Yeah.
at 2:30 a.m.
I have
the
my
num-
TV on record.
The number 3 seed Roger Federer playing the number 2 seed Novak Djokovic.
Djokovic.
And tomorrow night at the same time, tomorrow morning, 2:30 a.m. for Friday, when you get up, they got
Dominic
Dominic Thiem and Alexander
Zverev.
That's the number 5 seed versus number 7 seed. So that's what you're looking like in the championship for the men's Australian Open gonna be Saturday at 6:00.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on the men's
The
side
men's
of
side
the,
and
of the
30
of the
a.m.
Australian Open.
And on
just
the
a
female
note,
side-
well, side note real quick on the men's, Rafael Nadal was upset by Dominic Thiem.
Yes,
the
that
number
was an
5.
upset.
So
That was a-
Rafa was the number 1 seed,
That was a major upset.
and he lost to the number 5 seed.
Major upset.
So on the women's side,
And on the women's side, you have Ashley Barty and Sophia Kenin.
that's the number 1 seed versus the number 14 seed.
That's correct. And then also on the other side of the bracket, you have Simona Halep and Garbina Muguruza.
The number 4 seed
job,
versus the
good
unranked.
job.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
Number-
did,
Yeah,
he did
the-
better than I would have done.
Yeah, she's unranked. So
That's
I think that
unranked.
this is gonna be a good match right here. She's playing tough.
Sophia is number 4, and Muguruza is unranked.
And on the ladies' side, how we got to this, some of the big names that got knocked off right before, Coco Gauff. You had Naomi, who was the number 4. What it was, Naomi Osaka, the number 4 player in the world, and also Serena got knocked off. So
Well, just make sure you know Coco knocked out Naomi.
Yeah, she
she
did.
And that's who
I seen
knocked
That's
her out
who
of the
beat her
tournament
last
year.
year. In the last show, I said that Naomi beat her last year in 65 seconds, and Ryan didn't correct me. You can't win a tennis match in 65
No.
seconds.
I didn't know.
When
you
I
really
watched
can't.
when I watched the show, I realized I said that. So I wanted to say Naomi beat Coco Gauff last year in 65 minutes. And so Coco Golf came back this year with a vengeance and knocked her out.
And the round before that, Coco Golf survived like a match. She was almost 2 points from being over. She come all the way back and win that.
Yeah.
And then she got to Osaka. She lost. I mean, she beat her. And she just got upset by that last round.
Yeah.
But she made it further than what she did previous.
Well, I tell you what, every time you advance to another round, your paycheck get a little bigger. And she making more money than me at 15.
Oh, yeah.
She gonna be making more money.
She
For a
making
long
6 figures
time.
every match.
For a long time.
So, and now the championship for the women going to be 6 o'clock Friday. So, you got the women's championship going to be, the championship match going to be 6 p.m. Friday. And the men's is 6 p.m. Saturday.
All right.
For you tennis people out there.
Got it.
That was the Wimbledon when them guys went to that 5-hour match.
It was the Wimbledon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was women.
All right.
Where we going next, fellas?
Well, we got a little golf. We was going to touch on some golf because we got Tiger back on the course. And, you know, when Tiger out there, we got to keep people informed.
Yes, sir.
Of the GOAT.
The GOATs.
The GOAT.
And he's playing at the Farmers Insurance Open, correct?
Well, he actually just played the Farmers Insurance last week. I'm going to give y'all a little recap of how that went.
So is the Waste Management this week?
Waste Management in Phoenix is this week.
Okay.
That's in Phoenix. So
Okay.
I'm going to touch on some notable names and some tee times, that some pairings. But just some stuff on the golf. Everybody know it's a 4-round tournament, Thursday through Sunday. And last week, Tiger Woods finished 9 under, tied for 9th in his first tournament of the year at the Farmers Insurance Open. So
Yeah.
Tiger's supposed to be expanding his game and playing, more
tournaments.
But he always playing the tournaments where they got the big names anyway.
And the big money.
So, the only difference between that and majors is the setting, because he playing in tournaments with Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth and all them anyway. So just on the leaderboard, I could name off Mark Leishman won the tournament at 15 under, and when Tiger shoot 9 under, you can win a tournament at 9 under.
Yeah, but when Tiger in the field of play, these guys, that's what they doing.
It bring the best out of
That's
it.
what they doing.
And that's what it do. It bring the best out of a field of 150, and you can expect 2 or 3 of them gonna have a great day or a great weekend when Tiger's on the course. But it came down to Mark Leishman and John Rahm. John Rahm had the eagle. He had the birdie number 18, and he didn't birdie. And Mark Leishman wasn't able to push it to a playoff. So Leishman at 15 under. John Rahm was at 14 under. Rory McIlroy came in at 3rd. We're tied for 3rd with Brett Snedeker at 12 under. And I'm gonna give y'all some insight on the payouts on this golf. So whenever you're bringing your kids to pick a sport, if you might want to put a golf club in their hand, Mark Leishman won the tournament in first place. He earned in 4 days from Thursday to Sunday $1,350,000. Second place won $817,000, almost $1 million. Third place won $442,000, almost $500,000.
That's crazy.
In 4 days. And Tiger Woods came in 9th, and he won $182,000.
Okay, well, now
The
look,
last person to make the cut, my bad, Reg. The last person to make the cut made $14,025.
all right, that all sounds.
That's last place.
That sounds really good. That's some good money to make. But you know what? I think that I'm gonna see if my son want to play tennis, because the Australian Open total prize money for 2020.
That's the purse now.
Yes. For 2020, went up 13.6%. The prize money for the best is $71 million.
That might be the purse.
$71 million. That's the prize money.
Now, but
that's
they
first
split
place.
that.
No, the champion not gonna get $71 million, but
I
I'm
know.
just saying $71 million.
yeah.
So how much you gonna make
But
off of that?
this is the thing.
A couple
First
million.
place
You
gonna
gonna
get a
make some
few,
millions.
Hey, but let me give you some more background. That's in a major. They have a golf tournament every 52 weeks of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tiger play in about 20, but it's one every weekend.
Yeah.
I play fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But
So
that's
they paying out $1 million every weekend.
that's some good money
For
right
first
here
place.
too.
Yeah, that's good money, man.
They say golf is the the rich sport, man.
Golf and
It
tennis.
is. Now, we'll say this,
Say
going
golf
back
and
to the
tennis.
Kobe thing. Tiger Woods is a West Coast guy, Stanford guy, and him and Kobe was really close. They decided not to tell Tiger until after he came off number 18.
I saw the moment when they
on
told
Sunday.
him.
And when they told him,
He
gave him a quick interview, but he kind of, they thanked him for giving him the interview. But
Right at the moment where they told him,
he walked and went
he
talk
said,
to that lady.
He said, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, Kobe Bryant died." Excuse me.
Yep.
He was just in shock.
They like
and then,
really good
And then
friends.
they put a microphone to his face, like,
and he did
that
the
girl,
interview.
That girl
I don't
interviewed him.
like
that. Yeah, they
I
did.
seen
You gotta
that.
let people
He was like, "I
breathe,
just found
man.
out like 5 minutes ago."
Yeah,
And
he
he
didn't.
said-
He didn't even have time to understand the question or
he didn't.
the
He said
statement
he-
that
the
was just made.
process, all that,
While he
man,
was
the
hitting
process
shots, he
everything.
heard people saying, "Do it for the mama," and he didn't know what they meant.
And then he found out.
Until he got off at 18. He said, "I literally just found out 5 minutes ago." When she gave him the interview. So shout out to Tiger.
Tiger, man.
Now he finna take that. I think he gonna be playing again in a couple of weeks. Not the next tournament coming up. Not the Waste Management, but they do have some notable names in the Waste Management, which is Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler, Tony Finau, Brett Snedeker, Webb Simpson, Gary Woodland, John Rahm, Bubba Watson, and
Big
Hideki Matsuyama. So,
Bubba Watson.
Side note: Justin Thomas, he hit a shot today, and he come up. It was through the trees, and it missed the sand, rolled up on the green, and he said Kobe when he hit it. During the shot.
That's nice.
He said Kobe during his backswing.
Man,
nice.
And he come out there and all the crowd chased the ball and it rolled up.
I had a story I want to tell. I don't know if we got enough time to. Real quick, can I fit it in? Or
That's all we got. That's all we got.
How much time do we have?
5.
Real quick, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Everybody online, y'all know how we play 21 in the park, right?
Yeah.
They decided that they're going to go ahead and change the game to Kobe. And the way that it works, instead of going to 21, you go to 24. If you don't hit right at, the 24, you go back to 8.
Oh,
and
go
they
back
said,
to 8?
yeah. So that's what
That's gonna be the new age 21.
Yeah, it's called Kobe.
That's hard. Wow. That sounds hard.
So you play the 24
from 24 to 8.
You gonna be
Man,
tired.
they gonna be tired.
Yeah, but
Man,
then,
that's hard.
Hey, you gotta have the Mamba mentality to come back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because I've been seeing that on Facebook.
Oh, you better have the stamina like Michael Phelps or something.
People say we ain't playing 21 no more. We playing Kobe. We playing the 28. You don't hit
24.
24. You don't hit 24 right on the money. You go back to 8.
So if you score 25, you go back to 8.
Yep.
Well, so you have to score 24 if you.
Yeah, you got to hit that
That's
24.
That's hard.
That's kind of like in 21. If you don't hit your last shot, you go back to
No, it's a free throw though.
But what if you hit threes and
What they say is
you can score 22 in a 21 game and win. You can't score. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Right? You can score 22 in a game of 21 and win, right?
I ain't ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, I ain't played street ball in so damn long. But
Okay.
I thought
I'm
that was
telling
cool.
you.
I thought that was interesting.
That's hard.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I
It's
thought
just
that was-
hard.
It's a cool concept.
out
I
of
would
respect
like
for
to
Kobe,
play
man.
it to see how hard the game is.
I don't wanna play it.
We probably it's
basketball.
probably gonna take an hour and a half to finish one Kobe.
Well, no, it's basketball, but there's a lot of street ballers and
Kobe.
whatnot saying that they ain't playing 21 no more. They're
Okay.
playing Kobe.
Shout out to the 21.
Yeah, man, they trying to show love wherever
I
they
understand,
can,
man. I
man. People
understand.
just trying to get over it, bro.
Yeah,
they're trying to get over
It's
it.
gonna be it's gonna be a long time.
Just so happened, Vanessa Bryant just posted her Instagram post. So
Oh, look, I got it right here.
I'll
on my
read it a
phone.
little bit later. What you got? What we got next? You got something first?
We got like 2 minutes.
Shout out, man. Shout out our platforms, man.
Oh, okay. No doubt. You can check us out, the Division Podcast. Everybody's back in the building, as you can see.
Yeah.
R&R ain't solo this week.
There it is.
So,
R&R. Look at y'all.
so if
at
you're
you.
looking to check us out, man, we got a lot of content to share with the public. You can go to our YouTube page titled The Division Podcast. You see it right there. Just go ahead, click, please subscribe, view this video and a whole lot of other videos that we have. Also, we have our Facebook page of the same name, The Division Podcast. If you're just listening to the audio version of our platform, you can go to iTunes, go ahead and check us out, or Google Play, and it's the same name as you see it right there. That's your iTunes right there, The Division Podcast. So just go ahead and check us out, or on AOC Channel 15 for people in the Lafayette area on Fridays. This show will premiere. We premiere every Friday with 5 reruns throughout the week.
Shout out to the division.
Shout out to the division.
Yeah,
Division,
man.
baby.
Shout out to the division once again. Shout out to Kobe Bryant, Gigi Bryant, all the other people that lost their lives and
All
their
of the
family
families
members.
dealing with a tragic loss
Condolences
over the
go out
weekend.
to them from the Division Podcast. And
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
rest in peace to the legend.
So on behalf of myself, I'm Ryan G.
I'm Mr. Taylor.
I'm Fur.
And I'm Reggie F. Baby / Bryant.
And all I gotta say is, Kobe.
Yeah. And he came on the show. Peace. We'll see y'all next week, man. We're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
go out with Kobe picture, man.
That's what's
Yes,
up.
sir. Yes, sir.
The man I'm on the
Kobe
side.
Bryant.